Hello dear students, welcome to online CET class for NEET and Karnataka CET. In this video, I am going to discuss some multiple choice questions on the human physiology topic, body fluids and circulation. So let us move to the questions. Here is the first one. Which of the following set of animals has an incomplete double circulation? So, what is the reason for incomplete double circulation, or when the incomplete double circulation occurs? There are two terms: complete double circulation and incomplete double circulation. So, one is complete double circulation and another is incomplete double circulation. The complete double circulation occurs only when heart consists of four chambers. So heart consists of four chambers, then only the complete double circulation is possible. So when heart consists of three chambers, so heart with three chambers, it shows the incomplete double circulation, and three chambered heart is character of all the amphibians and reptiles with the exception of which one? Crocodile. The crocodile is reptile, but it contains four chambered heart. The four chambered heart is present in the crocodile. So when heart is three chambered, it consists of two auricles and only one ventricle is present. This is right auricle and this one is left auricle, and this is only ventricle and this is partially divided. This is the reason why the incomplete double circulation occurs. So in the given option, both the animals having incomplete double circulatory system are nothing but toad and lizard. So here it is lizard, correct, but pigeon is belonging to the group of birds, and birds contain three chambers in the heart. Shark and whale are the fishes, and fishes have two chambered heart. Again, frog is correct, but crocodile is a reptile with the exception it contains the four chambered heart. So both the animals with incomplete double circulation and three chambered heart, the only one answer is toad and lizard. So the right option for the given question is option 1. Then option 4. Moving to the next one. Nodal tissue musculature in human heart has. What is that nodal tissue? Where it is present? The nodal tissue is the special cardiac tissue present in the heart. It is responsible for generation and conduction of impulses necessary for the rhythmic functioning of the heart chambers. So that is contraction and relaxation, systolic condition and diastolic condition. The conducting tissue of human heart consists of many parts such as SAN, sinoatrial node known as pacemaker, and it is located in the upper part of right auricle. SAN generates the impulses rhythmically on an average 70 to 75 impulses per minute. From SAN, the impulses are carried to one more conducting part, AVN, and from AVN, the impulses are carried to bundle of His. But AVN makes a delay of 0.3 seconds to transfer the impulses to bundle of His. Then question is why that delay is carried out. As it receives the impulses from SAN with the same time and same speed, AVN does not transfers the impulses to bundle of His. It makes a delay of 0.3 seconds. It is called AV nodal delay. This delay helps in the complete filling of the ventricles with the respective blood. That means right ventricle will be completely filled with deoxygenated blood and the left ventricle will be completely filled with oxygenated blood, so that the complete filling of the ventricles is helped with the help of a delay of 0.3 seconds which is made by AVN. So once the impulses are received by bundle of His, the impulse carrying system branches here. This is left bundle branch and this one is right bundle branch. So left bundle branch moves towards the left ventricle and the right bundle branch move towards the right ventricle. Finally, from these bundle branches, the thick fibers are produced and they are called Purkinje fibers. The name for these fibers is Purkinje fibers. And finally, the impulses given by the SAN they received by Purkinje fibers. Remember, the Purkinje fibers are surrounding or they are present only around the wall of ventricles. They do not cover the auricles. The Purkinje fibers cover the wall of ventricles and the contraction of ventricles is finally supported with the impulses given by Purkinje fibers. Therefore, the nodal tissue musculature in nature, musculature in human heart is nothing but Purkinje fibers throughout the ventricular musculature. These are the musculature nodal tissues present around both the ventricles. Then moving to the next one. During the joint diastole, what happens? Both atria relax but ventricles contract. Both ventricles relax but atria contract. Both semilunar valves are open. Tricuspid and bicuspid valves are open. What is this joint diastole? In the cardiac cycle, the three steps are explained, or one cardiac cycle is represented by three steps. Here I am writing the explanation for question number 3. So in cardiac cycle, the three steps are: one is joint diastole, another is auricular systole, and one more is ventricular systole. So these are the three steps with reference to the study of cardiac cycle. So joint diastole requires or takes 0.4 seconds of time, auricular systole 0.1 second, and ventricular systole 0.3 seconds. Therefore, the time required for the completion of one cardiac cycle is 0.8 seconds, and one cardiac cycle is equal to one cardiac cycle is equals to one heartbeat. So one heartbeat, that is lub and dub, that single heartbeat is equal to one cardiac cycle. What happens during the joint diastole? That you need to remember. During the joint diastole, both auricles or atria, that means right atrium and left atrium, and both ventricles are in the relaxed state. All the four chambers of heart are in the relaxed state, so that the tricuspid and bicuspid valves are open. Where do you find this? The tricuspid valve is between right atrium and right ventricle, and bicuspid valve, mitral valve, is nothing but bicuspid valve. This is present between left atrium and left ventricle. When all the four chambers are in the relaxed condition, remember the semilunar valves are closed. Semilunar valves are closed, but tricuspid and bicuspid valves are in the open condition, so that drop by drop the blood flows from auricles into the ventricle. The blood from right atrium is flowing into the right ventricle, and the blood from left atrium is flowing into the left ventricle. The blood flows from auricle into ventricle because both tricuspid and bicuspid valves are in the open condition. Therefore, what happens during joint diastole? All the four chambers of the heart are in the relaxed condition, semilunar valves are in the closed condition, tricuspid and bicuspid valves are partially opened, not completely opened, but that partial opening is helping in the flow of blood from right atrium into right ventricle and left atrium into left ventricle. So the right answer for this question is option 4. So this one is the correct answer. Mark the incorrect statement regarding normal ECG. Patient is connected to 3 electrical leads, one to each wrist and to the left ankle. T wave represents atrial repolarization. Q marks the beginning of ventricular systole, and R represents the ventricular depolarization. What is that ECG? Electrocardiogram. Electrocardiograph is obtained. This is P wave. This is QRS complex. This is QRS complex, and here is the T wave. When a healthy person's ECG is observed, yes, Q represents the beginning of ventricular systole. That is why we will get the long wave here, because ventricular contraction takes for 0.3 seconds. And T wave, what is this? Here I said the QRS complex represents the ventricular contraction. That means the ventricles are in the polarized condition, depolarized condition. So when it reaches the T represents repolarization of the ventricle. But here the one incorrect statement about the ECG is option 2. The T wave represents atrial repolarization. This is mentioned here, but it is not atrial repolarization. Actually, it is representing ventricular repolarization. So the right answer for this question is option 2. Then moving to the next one. Hepatic portal system carries. What is the meaning of hepatic portal system? Hepatica means liver. So hepatic portal system is special feature in case of vertebrates, especially in case of humans. And what is the function of hepatic portal system? The hepatic portal system carries deoxygenated blood from the intestine to liver. The deoxygenated blood from the intestine is carried to the liver with the help of hepatic portal system, and this represents the hepatic portal system. So hepatic portal system is carrying deoxygenated blood from where to where? From intestine to liver. Then coronary artery diseases, short form CAD, one of the problems of heart is often referred to as atherosclerosis. The diameter of the blood vessel or the lumen of the blood vessel decreases due to the deposition of cholesterol, even due to the deposition of calcium. The lumen of the blood vessel decreases. It puts pressure on the pumping mechanism of the heart, and this is called the atherosclerosis, also known as coronary artery disease. Then moving to the next one. Fastest distribution of some injectable material or medicine and with no risk of any kind can be achieved by injecting into the, very interesting question. See, a patient is admitted in the hospital. Some urgent medicine or the injection is required to inject into the body of that patient. So where to inject? Whether it should be injected into the muscle, it should be injected into the arteries, it should be injected into the veins, or it should be injected into the lymph vessels. Remember, any kind of the medicine with no risk and it can be injected into the patient body into the veins. What is the reason? Always the intravenous injections are given. So whenever the cannula, the thick needle which is inserted for the supply of either what is that, saline or any kind of the injection through the saline are introduced into the body intravenously. That means it is injected through the vein only. Then question arises, why the veins are selected? Because veins are insensitive to the irritation by irritant drugs at higher concentration. Even though used drug is very irritable, but veins do not show any kind of the irritability for those irritant drugs. This is one reason. And second one, it is the fastest route for the distribution of drugs. Let me write the information so that you can remember the things more easily. Why the veins are selected for the injection purpose? So first thing, the veins are insensitive. First reason, veins are insensitive to the irritable drugs or to the irritation of drugs. Any kind of the irritation is caused by the drug, irritation of drugs. This is one reason. Then second reason, it is the fastest route. It is the fastest route for the distribution of drug, for the distribution of drug. That is why usually the veins are selected for the injection of the medicine during any kind of the medical treatment. Next one. Given below are four statements A to D regarding human blood circulatory system. Actually, I missed to add the options, and it is asked to identify which two statements are correct with reference to human blood circulatory system. Arteries are thick-walled and have narrow lumen as compared to the veins. Angina is acute chest pain when blood circulation to the brain is reduced. Person with blood group AB can donate blood to any person with any blood group under ABO system. Calcium ion play a very important role in blood clotting. Even that term is also missed. So what are the two statements which are correct among the given statements? So option or the statement 1 is A is right statement. Arteries are thick walled as compared to the veins and have narrow lumen. Then D is also correct. A and D are the correct statements about human circulatory system. Why B and C are wrong? Angina is acute chest pain when blood circulation to the brain is reduced, not to the brain. Angina is nothing but a chest pain, and this is shown by the heart. If heart is not properly supplied with the oxygenated blood, in that case the acute chest pain is developed, which is called angina or angina pectoris. Person with blood group AB can donate blood to any person with any blood group under ABO system. This is also wrong. The person with AB blood group can receive the blood group from A, B and AB and O. Therefore, AB blood group theoretically it is called universal recipient. Universal recipient blood group is nothing but AB. It is not the universal donor. Theoretically only I am explaining. Universal donor is O blood group, universal recipient is AB blood group. So that B and C are the wrong statements. Then moving to the next question. Open type of blood vascular system is found in. What is that open type of blood vascular system? In open blood vascular system, when blood is pumped by the heart, it is released into the body cavity. It does not flow into the blood vessels. If blood pumped by the heart is released into the body cavity, that kind of the circulatory system is called open circulatory system, and it is present in cockroach. Insects are having, arthropods are having open type of blood vascular system. Then moving to the next question. Right systemic arc is absent in. What is that systemic arc? Before moving to the explanation, let us mark the right option, then I will go for the explanation. Right systemic arc is absent in mammals. Even it is absent in reptiles also, but in options the term reptile is not given, so the right option is mammals. If at all one more option is both mammal and reptile, then that will be the correct answer. So let us elaborate the term right systemic arc. What is that systemic arc? Systemic arc is nothing but it is a pair of blood vessels found in the tetrapods. Again, the terms are related to animal kingdom only. Which group of animals are called tetrapods? So, tetrapods are nothing but animals having four limbs. What are those four limbs? Two are hind limbs and two are forelimbs. When hind limbs and forelimbs are present, they are called tetrapods. So, tetrapod group includes amphibians are tetrapods, reptiles are also tetrapods, birds are also tetrapods, but in birds, the hind limbs are modified sorry, forelimbs are modified into wings, and mammals are also tetrapods. So let me explain about the systemic arc. What is this systemic arc? Systemic arc is represented by a pair of blood vessels. A pair of the blood vessels where it is present found in the embryo of tetrapods. It is found in the embryo of tetrapods, and what is its function? It carry the blood from aorta. The systemic arc carry blood from aorta. It is the function of the systemic arc. The systemic arc may be right systemic arc or it may be left systemic arc. So right systemic arc is present only in the birds. Here only I will mention the birds contain right systemic arc, and in case of reptiles is also given there. The right systemic arc is even absent. More than one is correct option here. The reptiles and mammals, both of them are having left systemic arc. So both of them are having left systemic arc. The right systemic arc is present in case of birds. So option actually both 1 and 3 becomes the right option. So both reptiles and mammals show the left systemic arc. It is completely absent in the mammals and reptiles. Physiology of blood circulation was first described by the double circulation process. It was first described by Sir William Harvey. This is the right option. Karl Landsteiner explained about ABO blood system in the humans. AB and O blood group system explained by or classified by Karl Landsteiner, whereas the double circulation or the physiology of blood circulation was first described by William Harvey. Then moving to the next question. Contraction of the heart of a frog commences from. Frog is characterized by three-chambered heart. It is belonging to amphibia. So which one gives the impulses for contraction of heart? From where it is originated? Right auricle, left auricle, interauricular septum and sinus venosus. In frog, the incomplete double circulation is observed and the contraction of the heart of a frog commences from sinus venosus. Sinus venosus is nothing but it is compared to pacemaker of humans, or else in frog The sinus venosus represents pacemaker. So like our sinoatrial node, in frog the sinus venosus represents pacemaker, and this sinus venosus is nothing but an enlarged region where it is present. An enlarged region between vena cava and right auricle. Between the vena cava and right auricle, this is located. That means exactly in the right auricle only as that of humans, but as the frog shows incomplete double circulation, this is referred as a sinus venosus, and it is representing the pacemaker in case of frog. Then renal portal system is absent in. Actually, the options given here are wrong. The renal portal system is absent in. Here I am mentioning the answer only. The right answer is mammals. The renal portal system is absent in the mammals because mammals are having hepatic portal system. The hepatic portal system is present in the mammals and renal portal system is absent in the mammals. What is the function of renal portal system? It supplies the blood to renal tubules when glomerular filtration is absent. In the kidney, if glomerular filtration is absent, the blood is supplied to the renal tubules through the renal portal system, and remember it is absent only in the mammals. Then the precaval vein is formed of, interesting question, precaval vein. This is another name of superior vena cava. What is that superior vena cava? The superior vena cava is the blood vessel which opens into the right atrium, and this is collecting the deoxygenated blood from upper body parts. Superior vena cava, and another is inferior vena cava. This is superior vena cava. This one is inferior vena cava. Both the vena cava open into right atrium. But what is the difference? Superior vena cava collects the deoxygenated blood from upper body parts. That means from above the diaphragm. Whatever the body part is present above the diaphragm, from all those body parts, the deoxygenated blood is collected with the help of superior vena cava and it is carried to the right atrium. Like that, inferior vena cava, this collects deoxygenated blood from the lower body parts. Lower body part means all the body parts which are present below the diaphragm. So below the diaphragm, the body parts are called lower body parts. Diaphragm antandra vape anta artha. Whatever the body part is present below the diaphragm, from those body parts, the deoxygenated blood is collected with the help of inferior vena cava, and from the upper body parts it is collected through the superior vena cava. And remember, the precaval vein is another name of superior vena cava. Then what is another name for this one? Inferior vena cava is called postcaval vein. The postcaval vein is another name of inferior vena cava, and superior vena cava is another name of superior vena cava is also called precaval vein. This superior vena cava is made up of two important structures. One is external jugular and subclavian. These are the two parts. Actually, three parts are there. So, external jugular, internal jugular, and subclavian. These three structures together, let me write here one more. It is missed here. Internal jugular, external jugular, internal jugular, and subclavian. These three structures together produce one blood vessel called superior vena cava, which collects the deoxygenated blood from all the upper body parts and it is carried to the right atrium. So let me inform one more thing. External jugular, this collects the blood from head. The external jugular is collecting, this is collecting blood from the head, from the head region, from tongue, as well as from the muscles of jaw. From the muscles of jaw, the blood is collected by external jugular. And internal jugular, this collects the blood from muscles of neck and brain. The deoxygenated blood from muscles of neck and brain is collected with the help of internal jugular. Then subclavian jugular, it collects the deoxygenated blood from shoulders and forelimbs, that is hand. Shoulders and forelimbs, the deoxygenated blood from shoulders and forelimbs is collected with the help of subclavian. And these three together produce the superior vena cava, which is also known as the precaval vein, which opens into right atrium. Then moving to the next question. Cardiac cycle in man takes about, previously only discussed about this one. The total time taken for the cardiac cycle is 0.8 seconds. If more particular, if it is extended, in that 0.8 seconds, so the total time taken for cardiac cycle is 0.8 seconds. In that, joint diastole of all the heart chambers, 4 heart chambers, 0.4 seconds. Atrial systole, 0.1 second. Then ventricular systole, 0.3 seconds. So 4, 3 and 1. The total time taken for one cardiac cycle is 0.8 seconds. The pigment hemocyanin is found in hemoglobin, hemocyanin. Remember, it is present in the members of mollusca. What is that? Hemocyanin. Hemocyanin is copper containing pigment. This contains copper. Copper containing pigment. What is present in the hemoglobin? Iron containing pigment is called hemoglobin and copper containing pigment is called hemocyanin. One interesting fact about the hemocyanin that you should know, you must remember and you should know, the fact about hemocyanin is that when hemocyanin is deoxygenated, let us assume the hemocyanin or blood is subjected to deoxygenation. It is rich in carbon dioxide, deoxygenated, then the hemocyanin becomes colorless. In the deoxygenation condition, the hemocyanin is colorless. Hemocyanin becomes colorless, and contrary to this one, on oxygenation, once the oxygenation occur, that means oxygen is supplied, it becomes blue colored. So blue color of the hemocyanin is produced when it is exposed to the oxygenation, and the same hemocyanin pigment becomes colorless when it is subjected to deoxygenation. And which which mineral element is present in the hemocyanin? Answer is copper. Then moving to the next one. In mammals, the blood from right ventricles goes to, the answer is pulmonary arteries, not aorta. Let me correct this one. This is pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery is the correct option for this question. From right atrium, blood flows into right ventricle with the opening of tricuspid valve. From the base of right ventricle, the blood vessel arises. This is called pulmonary artery. Between right or ventricle and pulmonary artery, the valve present is called semilunar valve. The opening of the semilunar valve, it carries the blood from right ventricle through the pulmonary artery to the lungs for the purpose of oxygenation. So the right answer for this question is option 4. Contraction of ventricles in the heart begins by the command from, which one is called pacemaker among the 4 given options? Purkinje fibers, AV node, chordate tendinae, and SA node. What is this chordate tendinae? These are present at the base of ventricles in both right ventricle and left ventricle, and from them the muscles are attached to the base of tricuspid and bicuspid valve. They are responsible for opening of the tricuspid and bicuspid valve only in the downward direction, not in the opposite direction, or the outflow of the blood from right ventricle into atrium is never supported, and these structures are nothing but chordate tendinae. Contraction for the ventricle in the heart is begin with the command given by SA node. Where it is located? It is located in the upper part of right atrium or auricle, and SA node is also known as pacemaker because it generates the impulses for rhythmic contraction and relaxation of the heart chambers. So the right answer for this question is option 4. Then moving to the next one. A muscular wall is absent in, again interesting question. A muscular wall is absent in venule, vein, arteriole, and capillary. Where it is absent? The muscular wall, remember, it is absent only in the capillaries, because capillaries are the very minute branches of the arterioles, and they are made up of a single layer of squamous epithelium. Actually, arteries and veins, they are made up of 3 wall layers: tunica intima, tunica media, and tunica externa. And this tunica media is having the muscular wall, but capillaries do not contain muscular wall. So let us mark this one. What are these capillaries? Actually, first, arteries. Arteries are blood vessels which carry the oxygenated blood, with the exception pulmonary artery. The branches of artery are called arterioles. The branches of the arteries are nothing but these are arterioles, and arterioles become further minute, and these minute blood vessels are called capillary. So capillary is made up of only single layer of capillary is made up of single layer of squamous epithelium. Single layer of squamous epithelium is present in the capillary. An open circulatory system occurs in. So again, the same question. The open circulatory system is the character of insects, because when blood is pumped by the heart, it is released into body cavity. Therefore, type of the circulatory system is called open circulatory system. The heartbeat of a person increases at the time of an interview due to the secretion of. The answer is adrenaline. Let us elaborate the answer for 22nd question. What is this? Adrenaline is hormone always produced or secreted in stress. When a person is in the stress condition, the hormone is secreted from adrenal medulla. The adrenal gland is divided into two parts, adrenal cortex and adrenal medulla. So adrenaline is a hormone of adrenal medulla, and this secretes the hormone adrenaline. So the hormone is secreted during the stress condition. It also increases the alertness. The adrenaline is responsible for increasing of alertness. Alertness of a person can be increased with the adrenaline secretion. Then, which layer of the wall of the blood vessel is made up of circular smooth muscle? Outer, inner, middle, both 1 and 2. And the answer for this one is middle layer. What is that middle layer? Actually, the complete name is tunica media. The tunica media is the middle layer, and this is made up of smooth muscles and elastic fibers. It is made up of smooth muscles and elastic fibers. Then this is the particular wall of the blood vessel and made up of smooth muscle and elastic fibers. Then moving to the next one. Which artery is absent in frog? Renal artery, carotid artery, phrenic artery, right systemic arch. Remember, the phrenic artery is absent in the frog. What is phrenic? Is there any idea about this one? Phrenic artery, it is the artery which carry the blood to diaphragm. What is a diaphragm? Diaphragm is a muscular layer that separates upper body part and lower body part. So phrenic artery, it carry blood to diaphragm. And in frog, the condition is that larva contains diaphragm, but it is reduced. Larva contains reduced diaphragm, and in adult frog it is absent. In adult frog, the diaphragm is absent, and in the larva, the reduced diaphragm is present. So, when a diaphragm is absent in the adult condition, there is no question or necessity of phrenic artery. Then, heart is simple, tubular, and ventral in. The direct question with reference to the character of urochordata. So, the answer for this one is urochordata. Then one more question. Blood pressure is measured by, the instrument used to measure the blood pressure is nothing but sphygmomanometer. This is the particular instrument used to measure the blood pressure in man, and it is known as sphygmomanometer. So these are some questions that I wanted to discuss on the topic body fluid and circulation. So one more video you will get on the same topic, but that contains MCQs appeared in past year question papers. Hope the explained part is clear for you. Thank you.